start off by telling us who you are, what you're running for, and what party you're running for.
Sure. My name is Buck Farley. I am the Democratic candidate for County Board District 5, and I'm running for the special election 2-year seat.
Okay, and what are some of the goals that you would like to accomplish if you get on the board?
Sure. Some of the things that I've always been interested in is the expansion of green energy within our community. So looking further into the solar energy aspect of bringing more of that in, and possibly working with our farming community to open up more of those solar fields. And even to the point where maybe bringing in a solar company and kind of reviewing the idea of a solar distribution plan. If we can get enough solar panels in here, that's an energy distribution plant based on solar energy, and we would be able to get another alternative for an energy source here within our community. I've seen them anywhere can do between 30,000 up to 100,000 homes can be off of a solar distribution plant, which would give a nice alternative here for some of our folks.
And are you familiar with the mobile mental health crisis team here in McLean County?
I'm not up to par on it. I'm not sure if I could really address it too much.
Yeah, so
explain it.
Yeah, it's a team that responds to nonviolent, non-criminal mental health emergencies. Is that something that you would like to see an increase in funding to them and resources, because they go instead of the police going?
Yes.
And so,
So yes, I would definitely try to support as much of that as I can. So a little bit about me. 2 years ago, I lost my sister to drug overdose, and she's from Knox County, which is about an hour and a half west of here. And if they would have had the mental health supports in that community, as we do here in McLean County already, I think she'd probably still be with us today. But unfortunately, she didn't have the services available to her. So providing much as we can funding to any type of mental health services in the county, I would fully support any of that. And of course, if there's a way to de-escalate a situation before involving a police unit out there, number one, that frees up the police officers to focus elsewhere where they're needed, and allows for a less confrontational resolution of the situation.
Okay, and my last question is, do you have any proposals to help solve the unhoused crisis and the increase in homeless encampments?
That's a very good question. I don't have any solutions, but from what I understand, I think one thing that the board can do to help with this situation is actually bring everybody to the table to try to come up with a collaborative solution to the situation, right? And I don't think any solution that we come up with is going to happen like overnight or anything, but it's definitely something that we can start the conversation on. And when we're doing this, we have to remember that we can't just open up more housing for people to come in. We also have infrastructure that we'll have to put in place as well. As we know, Unit 5 is already almost at capacity. We're probably going to have to look at building more school systems, adding in water, electrical. So those are all things that we'll have to bring to the table to kind of hash out and find out. But I think that I'm sure that we can find a solution that would lead to more affordable housing in this community.
A lot of municipalities, since a recent Supreme Court case happened, are rushing to create ordinances that ban encampment, so basically anti-encampment ordinances. Are those things that you support, local municipalities do?
Absolutely not. I was actually kind of upset to hear as of October 15th, the tent city is closing down.
It's being closed down.
It is being closed down, yes.
It's forcibly closed down.
Are they forcibly doing it? I didn't get that part of it. I just heard that they were closing it. That is, I totally do not support that at all. I'm a historian. I work for State Farm. I'm State Farm's historian, and I understand the history of this county, but also ingrained with the history of this nation, right? And during the Great Depression, we had a situation where people had no choice but to move into what was known as Hoovervilles at the time because of the economic situation, the housing situation. Where else are they going to go, right? At this point, we don't need to be forcibly closing it down. We need to help them find solutions to the situations that they're in. And it's working with corporations in town or other businesses to try to open up spaces for them to stay warm during the wintertime. But I think that's probably the wrong direction to go in regards to the tent city here. So I hope that answers your question. I kind of rambled a little bit, so I apologize.
All right, well, thank you so much. That's all the questions I have. Have a good rest of your night.
Thanks for the opportunity.
Yep.